Okay, we're given a 4-3 polynomial and 2 of the roots. And so I'm going to write this down for you. I'm going to say the other 2 roots are B and C. So this polynomial here is going to factor into x minus b, x minus c, x minus a plus 1, x plus a minus 2. All right, I'm going to set x to be 0 because I think it might be easy for me to deal with that. And let me write that down for you. So I'm going to do it here first. Whoops. And then I'm going to do it here second. All right? So on this one first, what do you get if I set x to be 0? You would get a4 minus 5a squared plus 4. And now I'm going to set x to be 0 here. You can get bc, and then you're going to get minus a plus 1, and you're going to get a minus 2. All right, this is starting to look a little bit easier. I'm going to factor it. A squared minus 4, a squared minus 1 equals, I'm going to put down minus bc now. And write a minus 1. I factor out minus 1 from that this factor over here, a minus 2. I'm going to factor, and this can be a plus 2, a minus 2, a plus 1, a minus 1, and this will equal minus bc, a minus 1, a minus 2. Well, you know what? Provided a is not 1, I can cancel them. Provided a is not 2, I can cancel this. And you left off with a plus 2 times a plus 1 equals minus bc. All right? So, you know, someone's going to say that's a dead end. It's going to go nowhere. Maybe not. All right, so what I want to do is I want to talk about that little trick we did before. So I'm going to start to erase things. I'm kind of done with this. I mean, it led to something. You could say it might be a dead end. Who knows? Erase this over here. And what I want to do now is talk about if all but 2 of the roots are known. What I do is I can easily add them together to get the coefficient of the depressed equation. Let me write this, the depressed equation in the form x squared. Let's see, this is going to be plus minus b minus c x plus bc. And that's a depressed equation. And this will give me the other roots, by the way. But what I know about this over here is I know about this guy's coefficient. And let's talk about that. What do? I take this is a known root, I add it to this known root, and I add it to the coefficient of that second term in, which is x cubed. Well, there is no coefficient, 0, right? So what do you get? A minus 1 plus minus a plus 2, that's 1. 1 plus 0 is 1. So now I know this. That minus b plus c is 1. Now, if you want to write that down, you can. You could write down b plus c is minus 1 if you want. And you could write down bc is equal to bc. That really doesn't help me too much, does it? However, I do know this. So I'm going to write that down now. So x squared plus x, and bc is actually equal to minus a plus 2, a plus 1. Well, this is starting to look a little better to me. I'll tell you why. I think I can factor that depressed equation. And again, I want to emphasize something over here. We're looking at this. That's what I'm following. This is the money on this one right over here. It's really the same thing. Can I factor that? It looks factorable to me. All right, so let's write that down. I'm going to write down x. This is 0. I'm going to say a plus 2. And I'm going to say x, a plus 1. That's going to give me the first and last term. Now we got to get the signs of the middle term, by the way, right? So let's take a look at this over here. It looks like this. But I would say it looks like, I don't know if that's true. You get x squared. Do you get x, though? Let's see, minus a plus 1 plus a plus 2. Yep. And do you get the last? Yeah, you do. So I got it completely factored now. And I'm going to write that down for you now. And let me just get my the complete factorization of this out now. And the complete factorization is going to be this. X plus a plus 2, x minus a minus 1, x minus a plus 1, and x plus a minus 2. All right, now before I go forward, I want to see if we've met that milestone. And I want to see if I've got it. Do I have x plus a plus 2? Right there. Do I have x minus a minus 1? Right there. Do I have x minus a plus 1? Do I have x plus a minus 2? I can list all 4 roots now, all right? What are the 4 roots? Let's write them down. A minus 1. That comes from here. What's the next one going to be? 2 minus a. What's the next one going to be? Minus a minus 2. What's the next one going to be? A plus 1. So I got all 4 roots, all right? Let me just check them one at a time. A plus 1, that would make that 0. Minus a minus 2 would make that 0. 2 minus a would make that 0. And a minus 1 would make that 0. All right, that's about it. That's a tough question on it. I realize that there's a variety of ways of doing it. Certainly my work might look a little different than I talk through it. But the bottom line is it can be tricky. I'm not suggesting otherwise. And it's not the only way to do it. It's not the best way of doing it. It's one way of doing it, all right? So hopefully you've been paying attention. I realize you may have some concerns about what's written down. And if you do and you want to express those concerns, email me. My name is Ron Bannon. My email address is Bannon, which is B as in boy, the @ symbol, NNON.US. Thank you.